Hello and welcome to round two. This is a weird hand. We're on the draw, but the one lander with like two good removal spells. Yeah, I've got to keep it. Problem is, we want to be using these removal spells after we cast our Pyrehound. But if we have enough time, that's all we really need is time. Just keep drawing lands, though, please. We just need lands. Yeah, that works out pretty well. We get to play the Homunculus. Well on our way to flipping it and casting some other stuff. Uh-oh. You know, or that. Ooh, land, 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 please. Keep them coming. What is this? Stentia Innkeeper. Well, that's not good for our lands. Could have used that. Now here's the real trick. Do we attack now? Yeah, I think we do. Because there's a chance they don't block. Like, we could have any first strike tricks, or if they block, that's fine too. We just want to draw out the game. And it would take 2 bombardments to take that thing down, so it's not that exciting. Hey, that guy's pretty good too. We might have to take a hit off this guy, the Gorgers, because getting a Pyrehound in play makes a lot of sense. We could be taking 5, we could be taking 12 if there's a huge pump spell. I'm thinking of the +1/+1 double strike, or even more than that if there's multiple pump spells. Necropod. This is getting worse and worse. It has menace, so I can't even block this thing. 5, 6, 7. Well, look. This is gonna work. I don't know how, but somehow it's gonna work. What we'll do is target the Necropod with our first bombardment, the Insatiable Gorgers with our second bombardment, and that should be enough to finish off both, plus we'll get a card out of the deal. Alright. Hopefully. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It should be 8 damage total to the Necropod. They're choosing order. They've got some kind of play. Gross. We still have to go for this, though. It's going to be 8, 5, 6, 7. We still lose both. But at least we kill one. That was wrong. We should have just cast both on this Insatiable Gorgers. If they have another pump spell, that's so bad for us. Has to be their last card, but still. Let this thing go to the graveyard. Then we can cast our next bombardment. And we get to draw a card. Now, this is really not looking good for us. Because... oh. Well. That's a bit better. Now, how expensive is Reveler? So it costs 6. We just have 2. I think I like playing Pyrehound before Gone Missing. So we'll take a hit of 7. Discard your hand and draw 3 cards. Yeah, we want to play Bedlam Reveler like last, if anything. Okay, the reason I like this is if they sacrifice another land to attack, then we Gone Missing. Okay, so they found the extra land. It didn't really matter. But at some point, they might not have enough lands to cast it anymore. So this gives us a little time to recover. And the Reveler will draw us 3 cards, so that's nice. What does it cost? 5 now? They're wondering if they play their last land or not. Who knows? But if we, in the 3 cards we draw, if we draw an instant, it's pretty likely. Then we can take down the Necropod fairly easily. Oh man, we gotta discard the Mercurial Geists. That's okay though. Definitely want to play this. Leave up 2 red. We need to draw something though, otherwise this 7 mana thing gets in there, and there's nothing we can do about it. Startled Awake, yeah, it's pretty good. So the nice part about this is they'll order the blockers. Oh, they're not attacking. Yeah, that makes sense too. Docent of Perfection. Cool. Well, we've definitely got stuff now. I could Startled Awake. I don't love that. Does this make things cheaper? No. No, other way around. Yeah, I don't want to use Startled Awake quite yet. First priority is survive. Alchemist's Greeting. This thing doesn't have prowess, right? Yeah, I'll just put the Otherworldly Outburst on the Docent. So now we'll have a bunch of little creatures going around. And they still have no good attacks. Now we get to take a little look at what they have in their deck. Geez, let's take a look. So black, red, Malevolent Whispers, that's worth keeping an eye on. And just good value creatures. Incendiary Flow is a nice one. Then, since we'll probably want to win with this thing, we'll return this to play and play land, and that'll be that. They need to kill the Nightmare or block it, and maybe they just can't do either. Whew, that was close. That was a close little game. Spontaneous Mutation might be good in this kind of situation. It's just like I'd rather have instants and sorceries, and the creatures we have are good. Like even this Blood Mad Vampire has done well. Gone Missing, kind of an all-star. Pretty dead without that. Oh wow, so Reed Duke and crazy old Ben Kenobi are on game 3. Blisteringly fast over there. I hope I win, and next to that I hope Reed Duke wins, so I get to play him in the finals. Oh, alright. We have good cards in our hand, and our opponent is down to 5. Shoot, that's rough. And now, when you're at 5, that's the real point where you're like, yeah, I kind of have to keep a bad hand. Not saying their hand is bad, but it's worse than a 7-card hand might be. How about this crow? Yeah, oh yeah, get rid of that necropod. Don't need to be seeing that. Cultist, one of our best cards to bounce into Wretched Griff. And we'll still be able to do that, despite this Innkeeper. Alright, draw some cards. Back up to 7, and you are at 2. 1. Right, so this turn, it makes sense to play a Pyrehound and keep up Borrowed Hostility. Next turn it'll be similar, but Dawsoned into keeping up Borrowed Hostility. Well, if you say so. I'll block with both, and if they want to trade it for Pyrehound, that's fine. I'll just let it happen, because 1-for-1 trading when they don't have anything is pretty good. This might just be concede time. Dawson to perfection. Oh, you know what it was? It was just them hoping to get the last damage in with the Weaver of Lightning. And that's probably match. You can see the lag here, sort of. Yeah, it was unfortunate they had to mulligan down, but hey, at least we go to the finals.